What advice would you give people?
Be authentic to yourself.
Allow anything to happen. Right.
Oh, cheaper than divorce, which is true.
We always encounter challenges and difficulties. I mean, our life is full of up and down, right? And sometimes we are kind of dragged by our significant ones, or dragged by the societal expectations or rules whatsoever. So that's why we have a lot of struggling inside of us.
I mean, I'm a great believer in therapy and getting support. So I think sometimes people struggle too much, just like, I can do this, or I don't need help, or that's too expensive or something. I mean, sometimes they tell couples, they complain about cost of therapy or something. I'm like, oh, it's cheaper than divorce, which is true. Like, really, I mean, divorce is expensive on a lot of levels. So I think that that's significant, that can make a difference with a skilled therapist who's able to work with the couple or the individual. People are reluctant to get help, or they're like, no, I'm going to try to do this myself. I'm like, good on you, buddy. If you can do it yourself, that's fantastic. But most of the time, I don't think people can do it themselves. They, because we've all got blind spots. So dealing with things yourself is really hard, because you're just dealing within your own little familiar frame. It's hard to step outside it. So I think it's very useful to be able to step outside that. And a therapist can give a particular quality of feedback that's not so kind of critical.
Take care of yourself, try to understand your needs. Very important to keep your nervous system calm. I think if I worked a lot with people who experience some traumatic events, and not even traumatic events, some little things that are quite hard, your nervous system gets up, and you're not able to mentalize, and you're not able to be empathic. And I think that's quite important to calm that, and then you can have a better relationship.
Tools that you would say to the people to help calm down your nervous system? Anything?
It's about the breathing. So you can do it everywhere, so no one cares about. And it's such a good idea to breathe in and out, be aware of it, and be aware of your environment as well. And that usually takes you down a bit, calms you.
Allow everything. Allow anything to happen, right? Because I feel like everything happens to me for a reason. It's like everything happens for me. It's more like maybe at this time of the moment, I don't feel super happy about some negative thing, but actually it has some reason. I may need some time to find out later in my life. So my word would be just accept everything, whether it's good or bad. We tend to, embrace the good thing, good outcome, but try to avoid the negative things. But in order to change and find who we truly are, we really need to embrace everything and accept everything. Everything happens to me is everything happens for me.
I think spending some time reflectively looking at what would be satisfying for you or what your needs are, so that you go into something feeling like you know what you can contribute and you also know what you need. Can be really hard for some people, because many people grow up in an environment where what you produce is considered what's good about you or not. So a lot of people actually, when you ask them, who are you? Don't know the answer to that question, right? So then that is hard whenever you're trying to assess, what do I need in this situation? Or what would bring me joy and satisfaction in this situation? If you don't know yourself, then you're going to then create a checklist of how other people perceive you versus how you actually feel. So I think, journaling would be great in that instance, so that you can begin to understand yourself and what you need. That's why so many people get the job that they've been running after, get the relationship that they've been running after, and then they're unsatisfied because they were running after it to meet this picture versus meet myself.
So I guess, yeah, maybe the society deems like being a
Right.
lawyer or a doctor,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you get there and it's not.
And then you're like, feel empty
Yeah.
because it's not really you. You were just trying to create the picture that satisfied the world, your mom, I don't know, whomever,
Yeah.
right?
Always remember to ask yourself, what do you really want? What would you feel
Okay.
peace inside of you? If you are not sure what you really want, because I think that's quite often, that's really common, then tell yourself, okay, maybe at this moment, I'm not sure, I'm not so clear about what I want, but at least I can pause from how I think of myself from other people's perspectives or in other people's eyes. Let me take a pause. Let me think about that. But if you are able to figure out what you really want, then be authentic to yourself.
So what is your advice to people? Most people in life aren't stuck because they don't know what to do. They know what to do. They're simply avoiding, you could say, an uncomfortable situation. So for example, having that talk with a coworker, with a family member, with a friend that might not be so friendly after you express yourself. Seeing that you need to set boundaries with various people. All this kind of makes you feel, again, uncomfortable. So you push it down, down, down. And again, that makes you just feel life isn't going your way. You just feel very kind of upset, angry, fearful in life. What to do? Take a small victory. So a small victory can be just expressing yourself to the coworker. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but just a small thing where you feel at least you had a point that you expressed to them. They may accept it, they may not, but you expressed yourself. And these small victories add up to bigger ones. And it allows you to see that you're not caught in this, you could say, cage. A cage that keeps you down in life, keeps you fearful. If you like this video with the counselors and you want to learn more, check out the video that I did with them over here.